Alright. Hey, gang. We're
Hello,
here.
everybody. It's PhantomPhobia again.
Yep. He's back with us. Why the hell is that coming out of the... Weird. Hang on, buddy. Okay, try speaking now, Phantom.
How are y'all doing?
Great. The Discord audio is just being like a little weird.
Okay.
Just being like a little wonky. So we're gonna be continuing with Moira today, guys. Last time we got through the first ending with Nana, the character that is right next to my camera. And today we're gonna be doing kind of like the, I guess you could call it like the middle route, sort of, if you kind of want to call it that, I guess. Oh right, Phantom.
Yeah, you gotta show your screen.
I'm aware of that. Yes. There you go.
Thank you. Crucial that I see it. Yeah, we're back with Moira. I'm so psyched. I'm. Oh gosh.
What?
I'm psyched.
Alright. And it starts off with your line.
Welcome back. You see, Mo, they say that the vast majority of people never amount to anything. But you're not one of them, right? It's about time you get an answer. My, oh my.
That's sad.
I'm afraid this doesn't look very promising. Well, what did I expect? A miracle? I've lost count of how many times it's ended like this. Nothing but a meaningless blank space. Maybe I should admit it and let go. Mo, say something at least.
Where am I? What's going on?
Why, you haven't been here before. You have been here before, don't you remember?
Oh yeah, I visited this place in a dream. And now I'm dreaming again, right?
I don't know. You tell me, Mo. If you say it's a dream, then wake up and message her.
Her?
You know who I'm talking about, don't you? And if you say it's not a dream, you're welcome to stay here for a bit.
Alright, I know what to say here, Phantom, don't worry.
Yeah, it's not a dream. Oh my, I didn't expect that from you. Very well, Mo. Let's talk. Is there anything you want to know?
Where am I? What's going on?
You're in my home. Welcome. Be my guest, Mo. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what's going on? It turns out the story of your life is actually empty.
Wow, that's just... okay.
As promised, we made those 4 days very different. We thought it would make you realize what you want to do with your life. Math, arts, businesses, well, you name it. You've seen it for yourself. And guess what? Nothing worked as always.
As always? What the heck? Okay.
I made sure it's not a mistake, by the way. I've done a test run of your life, so to speak. I think you caught a glimpse of it in your room several minutes ago. It's interesting that the photo you had on your table, it reminded me the brightest memory you've ever had in your entire life. People often reminisce about the good old days, but why is it always high school or university? Why not something else? I can only assume people usually plan and think big in life when they're young. But life doesn't care much about living to their expectations. I'll tell you what, I wanted to be a jet pilot when I was a kid, but then... It's always about but then, Mo. Oh well. By the way, I thought you'd be interested in knowing who I really am.
I thought I knew it.
Allow me to introduce myself properly, Mo. My real name is Adrastea. Adrastea. The distributor of rewards and punishments. I'm the only one in charge here.
Here? You said it's your home, right?
I'm not the only one who lives here. This is the home of Moera. Oh, I misspelled it again. It's the home of Moera.
Moray.
Moray. Oh. I'm looking after the three fates of Moray. The three sisters who decide the fate of every human. Meet Nana. You've got to know her quite well, I give you that. Or should I call her Platho the Spinner?
Huh?
She said that name doesn't suit her at all. She also goes by the name of Nona. Nana is simply a cuter version of it. Platho, or Nana, is responsible for spinning the thread of human life. By the way, sometimes we get bored with this and start writing on paper. That's what we've done with the story of your life. Like I've told you, all three sisters are responsible for your fate. However, Nana is the first one to assume who you're going to be in real life. A farmer, a rock superstar, or both. That's why Nana often looks bored. She can guess the ending from the start.
Jesus Christ.
Nana finds a little joy in making forecasts.
Yeah, we know that much.
Moreover, her projections are often foggy or show nothing but emptiness. Nana suspects herself of doing a mediocre job. She says it's the reason why so many people live exactly like that, a mediocre life. From another side, she's even more annoyed of people doing nothing to get better. That's why she calls them non-playable characters. She likes fun and cute things because it helps her to unwind. Enter Sima. She wasn't the one you spent the most of your time with. Her real name is
Lachesis.
Lachesis the
A lot.
Alota.
Yeah.
She also goes by the name of Decima. Gives another go, then you have Sima. Suits her better, don't you think? She decides how much lifetime is to be allowed for each person. Having all the time in the world on her hands makes her the richest one. Her observing nature is accompanied by calmness and patience. Sima enjoys small things as they tend to make a big difference. She is very delicate because she knows that one wrong step can ruin your life. When we're bored and use paper instead of threads, she's the one to write on it. As Sima watches over your whole life, she gets really attached over time. A human life is finite, so Sima always loses her friends in the end. Friends are temporary, loneliness is eternal for Sima. Maybe because of that, she developed a somewhat cold, distant attitude. However, deep down, she's a warm, caring soul. Finally, here's Marta. She wasn't one you've spent the most of your time with. I said finally on purpose. Her real name is Atropos the Inflexible. She is also known by the name of Morta. Morta, that name reminds you of death, right? Marta thought the same, so one letter was changed. Now death is actually her domain. She's the oldest one among the three fates. She cuts the thread of life. In your case, she'd just shred or tear that paper. She's very short-tempered, and that's right, inflexible. Marta's a really hard worker. She can't allow herself to relax as people die every day, every second. As Marta's mission is the grimmest, she can look rude from time to time. Few people love Marta because of her job, and those who do, well, those are people who want to die. Must be tough for Marta. She has a fragile heart underneath her calloused exterior. Also, Marta often feels inferior as she only excels in destruction. She feels like she lacks talent to do anything else. Well, that's pretty much it for the introductions, May. What do you think?
Strangely enough, the girls always reminded me of someone.
What's so strange about that? You met the three sisters of fate. Each one of them is like a collective character, you see.
Okay, what about that room with the arcade machine in it?
What are you talking about?
I do a quick recap of my dreams.
That's pretty funny. Do you want an honest answer? I don't know. See, a human brain always tries to justify everything. It went into a safe mode right after we first met, so he met up this room. But hey, you have a great imagination.
You too.
Oh dear. Why do humans always waste everything I give them? I've actually done my best. 3 beautiful girls, new countries, interesting activities. But while you were busy playing that slot machine, time passed by.
Each day was like a series of episodes poorly sewn together.
That's how the vast majority of people treat life now. In return, life also treats them accordingly. If I were to grade the lives of others, a series of episodes poorly sewn together deserves nothing more than a C grade. Being envious of others, seeking reasons to justify your own failure, arguing that you're still young and can afford to relax until you're well into your 30s. And I'd give you an A grade for sowing your own life. Even if there's no happy ending, there's something to remember.
Hey!
Oh wait.
I'll do her voice, it's okay. I do want to say hello.
Hey, look who's here. How are you doing?
Taiki.
Taiki?
Yeah.
Taiki.
Great as always.
I believe you two have already met, Mo.
Yep, he was lucky enough to witness me.
Luck is all you enjoy talking about, don't you? Taiki represents chance, fate, and fortune.
Chaos, to put it short. All what you said before about the story of my life. So what? What's the big deal?
Well, it's a very long story. On the other hand, I'm on good terms with time. Mo, do you know which way this world, this planet goes?
Last I heard, it goes round.
Close enough. It goes round and round and down.
What the fuck?
We're going through a downward spiral, Mo. It's neither good nor bad. It's a natural cycle. What has a beginning has an end. Rinse and repeat. Sadly, the end of the cycle always tends to be quite vicious. Let me give you a few examples. Dark Ages, the Great Plague, the Renaissance, the Great Depression, World War II, the post-war economic boom. These are the cycles or the ages of man I'm talking about. Almost every mythology or religion has something about it. Say a journey from the Golden to the Iron Age in Greek mythology. Peace and harmony prevailed during the Golden Age. Good and noble people were said to live among gods. In the Iron Age, though, humans lived an existence of toil and misery. Children dishonor their parents. Brother fights with brother. Might makes right. Does it ring any bells, Mo? You know what all cycles have in common closer to the end, Mo? Humans stop being considerate of others. You can understand your purpose in life only after you understand that of others. Their purpose is no better or worse than yours. Maybe there's no purpose at all, but you never know until you try to find one. And you had Ermi to act as a mirror, if you know what I'm talking about. Maybe we're getting close to the end of yet another cycle right now. That's what we're trying to understand. You can call it a laughable theory, but truth to be told, making something laughable stops people from believing in it. Moreover, if you're a believer, it makes them laugh at you. No one likes to be a clown, so you're likely to change your mind. Do alternate sources of energy exist? What a joke, right? By the way, if it was true, the oil market would be no more. Funny coincidence. Just saying, you know. Oh, and closer to the end of every cycle, it seems that more and more lives become meaningless and empty. We decided to see if we can fix it, so we observed quite a lot of people. Sadly, we failed each time, and you're no exception.
So our option here is to keep listening.
Now, people usually ask me, how do I define a meaningful life? In fact, everything you do has and hasn't any meaning at the same time. Objectively speaking, a carpenter serves more purpose than a philosopher, because a carpenter creates tangible things. But even that is debatable. I tend to think everything's fine as long as it abides by the most basic values.
Basic values?
The fundamentals. Look, you probably know them yourself. Some people call it common sense.
And you think it's getting worse with every generation? Think life's getting worse with every generation?
Right so.
Come on. Nowadays, people know like 100 times more than they used to.
They mistake accumulated information at a high plane of with a high plane of intelligence.
What do you mean?
Let's take spoken language as an example. Have you ever tried watching old news reports, live footages, and so on? Give it a try. You'll be amazed by the richness of vocabulary and clarity of speech.
What else do you expect from news anchors?
Fair enough. Let's take an average Joe from the crowd. He'd still handle the conversation at the level of a modern college graduate.
Excuse me?
Wait, what are they saying about college graduates here? Come on. Let's move on to logical fallacies.
I mean, I'm not a college graduate. I'm still in college. Excuse me.
Yeah. Before your opinion on something more often than not had to be supported by solid proof. Otherwise, no one would even bother to listen. Today, you can always go with just because, and it's good enough. It's your right to express an opinion.
Maybe that's how the evolution works.
Just dropping the difficulty level? Pretty interesting concept, I should say.
The difficulty of life, you mean?
Yes.
Anyway, even if I'm not for the people, the world today is great because of the freedom. We have everything. We can do anything.
I think that people handle the scarcity well, but abundance is the killer.
I don't get it.
Hey, the internet, the holy grail of our generation.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's killing us. Freedom of information, communication, you name it.
More like freedom from information. Let me guess, you want to say it's used as a source of mindless fun instead? Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. I won't, as there's nothing wrong with having a little fun. No, the internet did something much worse.
Oh boy.
It set a wrong benchmark for life quality.
You're not wrong. What?
Imagine living in a small town. You don't have much, yet you're happy. Now you go on the internet and see other people living differently.
Make a good point.
It makes you feel uneasy. What are you, a loser? Are you wasting your life?
But even a small town girl wants to be a princess. A boy, well, a king.
True, but the internet made everyone think they're deserving applicants. You see the disparity the same moment you turn on your phone. By the way, it will only get worse over time. Now that I think about it.
Why?
Because of the automation. A lot of jobs you see right now won't be needed.
That's actually very, very true.
Meaning even higher disparity in the near future. Oh, and don't forget the instant gratification. No one wants to wait for the crops to grow nowadays.
Maybe you simply have a conservative, outdated view on the world, Taya.
Maybe so. Now as for the freedom of speech.
Oh god. I can say pretty much anything as long as it's not offensive. What?
That's why you have nothing but hello and goodbye. Maybe we have less freedom compared to when no one cared about it.
It's hard to believe in what you say.
I never said I want you to believe me. Tell me just one thing. Have you ever really thought something's really off about this world?
Yeah?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Well then, please tell me. How on earth was I supposed to change anything in just 4 days? That's right, only 4 days. It's nothing.
If I gave you 2 weeks, would that be different? Based on my experience, a life can be condensed in a few days just fine.
Come on, I need at least a year. A year?
Wait a second. Do you want to say that if I gave you a year, you would try to fill the story of your life? You would work on improving your life every day for a whole year? Do you really mean it?
Yes, I do.
Wow. Believe it or not, you're actually the first one to say yes.
Wait, what? We are?
A year, huh? Alright, deal. What are you going to do, by the way?
Also, The shit behind her is not helping. Well...
Look, I have an idea. Let the Mo Ray help you.
Wait, what?
Let's treat your next year as a small life, as a full cycle. Nana will give her advice on where to start. Simon knows better than anyone how to keep going. And Marta's knowledgeable about the end. That kind of advice is personal, so you need to know the girls better.
What the fuck?
Good news is you've already learned quite a bit about one of them. Now I can't really rewind your life, but I think Taiki has some tricks up her sleeve.
Leave it to me! I'm kind of playing around with your voice a little bit. As soon as we finish things here, you'll be able to start all over again. Worry not, I won't make you go through the whole 4 days. It's going to be a breeze.
Let's try it, Mo. But first, let me call her. Hey Mo, I'm glad to see you. You've learned about my true identity, right? Well, what can I say? Being Nana is much more fun. Maybe Nana is the real me after all.
At least you're acting the same.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Why did you decide to stay here, Mo? Anyway, I think you've made the right choice, Mo. Oh, and thanks for yesterday. It was very special for me.
Well, you're very welcome, Nana. I would invite you again anytime, Nana.
Call me by that name one more time and I won't help you at all.
Alright.
Oh. You have a whole year ahead of you, but where to start? What should you do?
Tell me.
The thing is, it doesn't matter.
Now that's a useful one.
Bonus points for sarcasm, but I mean it. Mo, do whatever you want, but only if it's impossible for you not to do it.
I'm confused.
Well, would you like to be a writer?
That doesn't sound too bad.
But if you were to pick just one thing to do every day, would it be writing?
I don't think so.
Then never write.
Wow.
What's going on?
I can't live without eating. Does it mean I should do nothing else starting tomorrow?
Do you only think about eating the whole day? Is what you eat extremely important to you?
Well, not really.
Eat to live, not live to eat. Have you answered yes? Had you answered yes, then I would have suggested you to become a cook. Sorry, it's a chef nowadays. I think you got my point.
Yeah.
Good, then why don't you do the following? Get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. No smartphones. Go old school. Write down a list of things you really can't live without. Then narrow it down as much as you can. It doesn't matter what's left in the end, just do it. Oh, and don't fall into the socially acceptable trap.
What?
Marking something off your list just because it's considered not cool.
What if I realize I only like to do nothing?
Those who say that usually delude themselves. You think you enjoy something when you're deprived of it. Do nothing for like half a year and you're guaranteed to go crazy. Nowadays, you can make money even by doing nothing on camera. But guess what? It's still a lot of work behind the scenes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Not wrong, but it takes a lot less work than doing a 9-to-5 job. Do your best. Trust me, it's going to be fun. See you soon, Mo. She's so cute. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. What?
That was the first ending. Okay.
That's what we do every day, I guess.
Alright. That was the first ending, guys. So I think we can at least get the next ending started.
We've gotten 2 endings already, and we can start the next one.
That was the first ending, you stupid.
That was really cute. No, wait, how was that the first ending if he already spent time with Nana?
Because now we get to spend time with the other 2 girls. And actually, we're gonna take a 5-minute break before we start the next ending, and Phantom and I are gonna discuss some stuff.
Okay.
So we'll be right back.
See you guys in 5.
Alright, guys, we're gonna jump back in.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry about that. We had to discuss, characters now. Because we are now... So, we just did what was technically, the main story. So, now, what's gonna happen is that Titan's gonna help us to essentially be able to do the other 2 girls. And yes, we have to do them in a specific order, because Taiki will tell us that if we try to pick any of Nana's options, Taiki will not let us. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing, Phantom.
Great.
So anyway, let's continue. I still have a few more minutes before our class starts, so I decided to go talk to someone. So we're gonna pick Simon for the second route.
Yeah.
Great! Leave everything else to me! How are you?
Good, thanks.
She looks at me with her brilliant eyes and then smiles.
That's the toughest part of the conversation, right? When you have to say something, but nothing comes to mind. To tell you the truth, I struggle with this just like you. I mean, I could have told you about a dream I saw once, but I don't see dreams.
Can't be any better to tell her about the dream I had today. So yeah, so the story kind of like rewound.
So exciting, and you say we stood in shining arcs?
So to kind of like give it like a little bit of like perspective, it kind of like rewinds like a little bit, but not exactly. It's almost kind of like a replay of the events that already happened. However, it skips over the mini games, like the piano mini game and the dessert mini game. Yeah, and everything was blinking around you.
As if it was Botticelli or Leonardo da Vinci painting. If you haven't seen their masterpiece, go take a look. Mesmerizing. If your dream was true, it'd be so entertaining. Each day would be more and more exciting. Shame it's not going to happen. I mean, it's likely that studies would be included in these 4 days, and you're here. On the other hand, I enjoy studying, so who knows? No, after all, your dream can't be true.
Why do you think so?
Think about it. How is it possible to change anything in just 4 days? By the way, it's very easy to test whether or not you're sleeping.
Like, in a dream, it's not possible to think of it as a dream?
What? No, of course not. It's much easier. Like this.
Simon pinches me. Ouch!
See, in a dream you're unlikely to feel anything. Good morning.
I don't think it was convincing enough. I need to pinch you as well.
I'm afraid we don't know each other well enough to do this.
What the fuck?
Mo, time to make a choice.
Great! So here we are! It's the first day again! Each book is directly connected with one of the girls. I hope you figured out that much. Yeah, we have. And it's Crime and Punishment. That's hers. Great! Leave everything else to me! Why don't we pick Crime and Punishment?
It's a favorite book of mine. It helps me divide people into 2 big groups.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
They're really huge.
What? What?
Just keep going. Imagine you want to learn more about the person you just met. It can take quite some time, especially if you don't meet too often. But there's a shortcut. Just ask the person if they prefer Dostoevsky or Leo Tolstoy. You see, Tolstoy portrays the world where horrible things happen to ordinary people. Dostoevsky portrays Dostoevsky portrays the world where ordinary people do horrible things. Similar topics, entirely different approach. That's why people who prefer one author to another might have a lot in common. Do you prefer ordinary people doing horrible things? I admire strong, burning emotions inside people. That's all. Maybe because I'm not that much of an emotional person myself.
In my opinion, Tolstoy's characters are much more believable.
Trust me. I'm gonna botch this.
Dostoevsky
got to know a lot about people. Not only did he work as a journalist and traveled a lot, he also spent 4 years in a prison camp. I can't stop thinking about Rodion's problems are created by himself. What stops him from, say, getting a good job? If I were a pawnbroker, I'd ask him to be a porter somewhere else. Well, Nana, I see you've read the book, and not carefully enough. Rodion hates not only the fact that he has little, but also that a mere pawnbroker has more than him, an able young man. Rodion wanted the right to judge the value of human life. The problem of inequality, right? Something that communism tackles.
Dear God.
Boss, let's stay away from politics. They are detrimental to your health. Anyway, thanks for your thoughts. Both Tolstoy and Dostoevsky are without a doubt great authors and great minds. Maybe you can divide people into Dostoevsky and Tolstoy groups, but please don't base your opinion solely on that, okay?
Yes, now it just jumps ahead. I realized I forgot my notes in the classroom. I was on my way out when I stumbled across Sima.
You enjoyed the club today?
It was memorable.
By the way, I'm glad you picked Crime and Punishment today.
Oh, shut up. It would have been a crime not to do so. Did you actually just make a pun? Really? What are you doing here?
I wanted to write a report about our meeting, but I'm too tired. I think I'll just head home.
Where to? Turned out where we live. Turned out we live near each other. That's a weird sentence.
Hard to say. I wonder if you qualify for a boy next door, Mo.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? The only way to tell is for me to keep you company.
This is quick. Sure, why not?
Wow. Somehow I said it out loud.
What's so surprising?
Never thought you'd accept.
I'm curious to hear why, Mo. See, now we even have a topic to discuss. I'm so sorry we somewhat left you alone at the club. We got dragged away.
It's okay. Don't worry. But it's so nice of you to not to be worried, you know? I really managed to unwind, just chilling, listening to your debates. You guys really like to argue. Well, everyone does. Yeah.
Everyone likes to argue if you know what it's all about. Arguing means exchanging opinions, right?
Sure.
Guess what? People tend to think that the key point of a debate is to win. They don't even understand that there are no right and wrong opinions. It's all subjective.
It's a rather complex concept. Don't think too many would get it.
That's why I'd rather stay away from arguing than wasting my time.
Meaning that before you used to like debates?
You bet. But it all went downhill after one day.
Oh, tell me the story.
Well, they tried to gather a women's volleyball team to represent my city at one big tournament. Before that, team was comprised mainly of girls from the same school. They had the best training grounds, great coach, lots of experience. Then it was decided that they don't give other girls any chance to play at all. Next thing you know, they said that half of the roster should be filled from other schools. And their reasoning? Equality.
What happened next?
They booted me out when I said they don't understand what equality means.
That's just... what the hell? What do you mean?
Equality is when the team consists of the best players in town, regardless of their school.
Something tells me the new team didn't win the tournament.
They were destroyed.
Oof.
I probably picked yet another boring topic.
No, I'm fine with it. Seriously.
No way. We must start casual chit-chat like normal people do.
Chit-chat about what?
Well, I like cats, and fancy dresses, and everything. Sometimes I talk about sophisticated things, but it's not on purpose.
I try my best to hide a smile. Oh, why? It's evening already. Time sure flies.
Oh, what's so surprising about us walking home together?
Oh, it's... well... like I told you, I never thought you'd accept. Seemed a bit distant and resorted, that's why.
Hey, that's not true. Maybe it seems like that because of the way I behave. And yes, it takes me some time to open up, but it's only normal.
Sorry, James, we gotta stop. Sorry, buddy.